Good morning. Hello. Welcome to Monday morning meditation for non-meditators. I'm Peaceful Nik the Medium. I'm an evidential medium helping you get through this time of volatility and chaos in the news. We need breathing space beyond what's happening in the news. Now, I've had a download this morning. And hello, Vivian and everyone else popping in. I've had a download. I've been getting a lot of downloads lately. Not something I was used to before a few months ago. I'm carving out my own niche here on YouTube. I will continue doing mediumship and card pull videos and my meditation, but I'm going to steer things towards how to raise our vibration through all this chaos. I am a political junkie. I have been my entire life, in my mid 50s. So I've got a filter. This is fake. Hello, Eva J. Hi. I'm so glad you're here. So I really think that it's important for all of us who want to raise our vibration and stay in our spiritual life, that we do that together as a community through all this chaos. Now, I have a lot of opinions and feelings about the news, and I have no problem sharing them at all. I just want to always keep in our minds, in the front of our minds, that we need to raise a vibration with everyone. Yes, Janet Jackson. Hi, Miss Jackson. I love that's your name. Love and healing and white light to all. Exactly. We have to keep that in mind, because the goal of the people in the administration now is to divide and conquer. Hate is the point. I'm stealing that line from the ladies at I Hit News. Hate is the point of what they're doing. Suffering is the point. They, for some reason, you probably know this, there are two different kinds of people for this example. People who want everybody to be successful and to be loved and cared for, and people who have so much self-hatred and misery in their life that they want to see other people suffer. You know, when they say misery loves company, there's a group of people like that. And then there's a group of people like, well, I don't want to be miserable and I don't want anybody else to be miserable. So let's be happy together. And so I want to move all my conversations going forward into, yes, we can talk about everything going on. I will definitely answer questions and give my opinions, but I also want to keep reminding everyone to raise the vibration. And that's going to be my goal. I have a fiery personality. I'm a Sag Aries in my chart. So I'm a triple fire sign. So I have a tendency to, I don't mind dropping an F-bomb, or I'll get aggravated and irritated and talk trash sometimes, but I really want us to move forward together with a high vibration. Kelly, you know what's so funny? Oh my God. Kelly's one of my longtime students and mentees. I've been waking up at 5 a.m. for no reason I can discern. So I get a bunch of work done, and then I take what I call my morning nap. And during my morning nap, Kelly, I had a dream you were doing a podcast and you had all this like brightly colored makeup on and you had this like cool decoration behind you. It was awesome. Sending light to all, especially Linda G. Yes, Linda is getting her PET scan this week. I want to say Wednesday, I'm pretty sure is what she said. So definitely love and light to Linda G. And I have something I'm doing for her, not publicly, privately, but I'll share it when she gets it. Yeah, Kelly. So think about that. It was so interesting. You had this like bright, it was like you had blue face makeup on and all these other bright colors. It was crazy. All right. So the news over the weekend was insane. And we had to deal with probably a lot of responsibilities that we didn't get to do during the week because we were working, right? I had tons of chores and errands to run. Meanwhile, when I'm out doing my errands, I'm answering emails from clients and putting things on my calendar. And thank God my husband drives. I don't mind driving, but he really likes driving. So I have determined I'm the passenger princess, and that's just how it's going to be. I fought it for 30 years, but now I'm like, oh, well, he can drive me around if he wants. I'm too tired to drive. So running errands, being busy all weekend, playing catch up, everyone. I'm just glad you're here and we can be here together this morning. So if anybody has any questions about how to quiet the noise, this is the show for you. I did a really cool live stream on Friday. Friday nights are my new live stream nights. They used to be Wednesday. I did a really cool live stream Friday. I've got over 7,000 subscribers now, which I'm thrilled about. And I think 94 channel members. So my channel memberships are open. Channel members get exclusive live streams. So I did a public live stream and then a members only live stream. And that was really cool. I had 50 people in the members only right away. So I was really happy about that. So I just appreciate everybody. All of this stuff is my life is possible because of everybody here that's watches and clicks like and shares and, sends a sticker or joins as a member. All of that stuff helps me make more content and build this community. And I think right now we need as many communities as possible that have a positive outlook and a positive bent, so they say. So let's see what else. And then we're going to get to it. Hi, Gina. Oh, Eva, YVAJ. Is that Eva or Yva? How do you pronounce that? Can you phonetically spell it for me? Passenger Princess here. My eyes and all. Oh, stigmatisms in your eyes. Yeah. Yeah, I joined the channel after I saw you on Linda G. Stream was awesome. Thank you, Eve. Okay, it is Eva, like in Wall-E. Eva. I love Eva's my favorite robot in Wall-E. Okay, Eva. I have to say it. My actual name is Yvette. Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. All right. So thank you. Thank you for being members. Thank you for joining the channels. Thank you for any super chats. All of that. It helps. So what are we going to talk about first? When we want to be in the present moment, anytime we're out in traffic, we're out at the grocery store, we're at the mall, we're Christmas shopping. Christmas is coming up soon. Anytime we are under stressful situations, the kids are screaming, somebody in your household needs special attention, needy baby, greedy baby, I like to call it. Take 3 deep breaths. Take 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, not through the mouth. You can do it right now. That realigns your neurological system. So when you are in a stressful situation of whatever kind, it can reset you back to normal. Okay, I'm normal now. Everything's fine. You can repeat, I'm safe, I'm fine, I'm safe, I'm fine, everything's fine. This is just a moment in time. Now, if you have a chaotic life in general, because say you have, 5 kids under the age of 10 and your household is crazy, there's a way to put boundaries and structure in place. Not everybody learns organization and structural skills before they have kids. So it's a good idea if you have a very chaotic home life to get some structure and organization in there because it will just make everything better. I come from a family of origin that was very chaotic. Hi, Annie. I come from a family of origin that was very chaotic, and it was very challenging for many reasons I've talked about many times before. And when I had my family, my own kids and husband, it was a very big goal of mine to be very organized and structured, and not in a rigid way where, you know, my kids could only watch 20 minutes of television and had to eat every food group at every meal. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the way things functioned. So when we have order and structure and organization, it makes everything else better. So if that's something you need to work on, there's lots of different ways to do that. Lots of free information on the internet about that. Now, back to the political stuff. So over the weekend, we know that the guy with the orange makeup, we know he met in Alaska, which he thought was Russia. That's another story for another day. With the dictator from Russia, and rolled out the red carpet and he weaved his way down the carpet, weaved and bobbled and wobbled down the carpet, waited there clapping for him, allowed him in his bulletproof presidential car. That was crazy, and then ended up not getting any results. And so that's been plastered over the news all weekend. So if you're someone who's concerned about everything going on between Russia and the Ukraine, we have to keep ourselves centered, keep our heads about us, keep our minds steady, keep as much peace in our minds and hearts, and exude as much love as possible. I say this all the time. I didn't make this part up, okay? This is just what I've learned over the years. Love is the highest frequency, and gratitude is also one of the highest frequencies. So when we come forward with love, we come forward with a high frequency. And when you are vibrating at a high frequency, no one can knock you down off of that, unless you know, maybe a momentary lapse. But when you get to a point in your life where you're vibrating at that high frequency steadily and regularly, even when something horrible happens or something dramatic or traumatic happens, you can bounce back up to your high frequency. And the more like-minded people who really want good for this world, the more like-minded people that get to that steady high frequency of love and gratitude, the better it is for all of us. And even for the people who don't want that, we can't pick and choose and make America a wonderful place for just the people who are vibrating high, because don't we want to help the others who maybe were convinced under false, information that they're going to be better if they do vote for that guy? Like, some of them just don't know better and were convinced to believe a certain way by their families. So we want to bring everybody back into love and peace and a higher frequency. Now, I know that sounds idealistic, and I know that's not how the world works. I'm not a fool. I understand that's not how everybody's going to live. And I know no one can live that way all the time. But it's important to do our best to try to bring as much love and gratitude and peace as much as we can. We can't do it all the time for every person, but we can raise the vibration a lot more than it is. And we do that together. And creators like myself and other creators that have the same opinions, we're all starting these little communities, and all these communities are kind of overlapping. And I think it's a beautiful thing. And it's beautiful when people resonate with a certain creator, and they follow them and they watch them, and they spread the news of, let's love each other. Let's be grateful. Let's try to keep our minds settled, so we don't fall into the chaos. There's nothing better for a dictatorship than a bunch of chaotic crap, because that's why people like the orange clown guy, sow chaos. I don't like saying his name. They put chaos out there. They feed on the hatred. They feed on the chaos. They feed on the misery. It feeds their soul, and it's horrific. And I can't even imagine living like that. But they want everybody to be divided and hate each other. You hate this person. You be scared of this person. They want that. When in reality, most people in most places are just trying to make a living and pay their bills and buy groceries and pay the rent. They're just trying to live a normal, happy life and give their kids a hug and kiss their spouse goodnight at night, or in the morning or whatever. People just want to live and not have all this chaos. And we just need to keep bringing each other up. We just need to keep bringing each other up. I'm on a rant this morning. Hi, Diane. Oh, thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Eva says, I always call him the big fat orange problem. My son, my oldest, calls him Fanta, after Hitler. Fanta, that word. I don't want to say it. I don't know if they'll ban me, which I think is funny. Diane completely agrees. Thank you very much. All right. So we're going to lift each other up. We are going to practice mindfulness. Notice things without judgment. So, in the words of Eckhart Tolle, observe, be an observer. I need more coffee. I was up very early. Be an observer. Observe what's happening. Say it's interesting. Say, oh, that's interesting. And let the thoughts, the negativity drift. Now, there's a difference, and people always ask, so I just don't do anything about it. Well, there's a difference between getting wrapped up in some type of horrible news and ruminating, and your mind goes crazy. That just will destroy you, because you, as a normal citizen, who's not a political leader, you can't change what happened over the weekend. You personally, unless there's some, big politician on here, which I haven't noticed, but people who aren't major politicians or major, donors or funders, we just have to observe. We can't have feelings about it, and we can keep track of it, but then let it float away. You don't want to ruminate, and you don't want to ruin your day. But then when it's time for you to be able to do something, so let's say you want to start some kind of group in your local community, a political group of people who get together and, make signs or send out mailers or volunteer for your local politician. That's where you take the action. You take the action by supporting some cause, but you don't take action by ruminating about it and thinking and being angrier and angrier and angrier. Because what if your 10-year-old granddaughter comes to you and wants you to go to her ballet recital, and you're so upset about this political news that you're nauseous and sick and got your feet up and a cold rag on your head, and you can't go to your 10-year-old granddaughter's piano recital because you're so upset about the news. That happens to some people. So don't miss your life with your family and the important people in your life because of the political news. So there's You don't want to get that wrapped up in it. Now, I will tell you, I am stating this from experience. From 2016 to through 2020, I was wrapped up in it, and it could ruin my day and ruined many days. I did this a lot, and I've learned with age and wisdom, I guess, and experience, not to get wrapped up in it. This is what I'm doing now. I'm trying to help people raise their vibration. So you notice it without judgment, let the thoughts drift away, and then plan an action if you are capable of doing it. Some people, if you're the person with the 5 kids under the age of 10, probably not going to start a political group, right? But you can talk to people in your community when it's appropriate. Like, there are things there's something everybody can do, but we don't want to get all wrapped up in it. All right. Focus on what you can control, your inner state, rather than what feels overwhelming in the outside world. This is kind of a segue from what I was talking about before. We can't control them. We can only control what we do. And by being all wrapped up in it, like I used to be, I was that person. I was wrapped up in it. It didn't help me. It didn't help me. It just made me mad every day for years, literal years. I would watch the news every day, all day, for probably 4 years, as much as I could. I would be at work, and during while my students were doing a lab in the science room, I would have the news on my laptop streaming while they were doing it, and just getting madder and madder and madder. Now I had it on silent with closed captions, so the kids didn't know. But I was that into it, and it was not good for me at all. So you can use a mantra. I create peace within, regardless of external noise. Or any mantra that you wish. Mantras are really good because they take your mind out of the thought pattern. If you use this, I create peace within, regardless of external noise, or, I am peaceful, something simple. It can be, I love clouds, whatever it is, just some kind of short, simple mantra, some little saying, something that will take your mind from what's happening in the news, and it could be something in your family that's going on, or your friend group, some kind of drama in your world. It doesn't have to be news related. Anything that's keeping you from being calm and steady, create a mantra and say it in your mind as much as you can, to bring you out of that chaotic thought pattern. Whatever the mantra is. In this example, I create peace within, regardless of external noise. That's a great one, but it doesn't have to be that. There are many, many things you can say that will pull you from the thoughts. The point of this is, morning meditation for non-meditators. The point is to take your mind out of the racing thoughts. Take the racing thoughts and push them away, or let them fade, and bring your mind into the present moment. And I was telling a client this the other day. She was saying how she couldn't meditate and it was impossible. And I said, and I've been saying this a lot. I don't know where my list is. It must be in my other office. She was saying, I can't meditate. I can't calm down. I said, first, change your life in these 3 ways. I think I posted it on social media. Before you get out of bed, say 5 positive things you're grateful for. Before you look at your phone, before you turn on the TV, whatever it is you're doing, say 5 positive things. Then when you brush your teeth, say the whole time you're brushing your teeth, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm brushing my teeth. Or I'm washing my hair, I'm washing my hair. Whatever it is you do in the morning with a routine, be in the present moment. Be in the present moment and repeat it, because that takes that steady stream. A lot of us wake up with a busy mind, and the steady stream of, oh my God, I got to do this. Oh my God, I got to do that. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I got to get this and that and this and that. I got to do appointments and work and kids and da, 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 da. Slow down your mind. A busy mind just creates chaos for everybody. So 5 things you're grateful for. Say, I brush my teeth over and over, or I wash my hair, whatever it is to pull you in the present moment, and write a Post-it note, an I am statement of your biggest desires. Mine says, I am a successful and prosperous medium and mediumship business owner, and some other stuff after that. And I have it on my nightstand. I have it in my journal. I have it on my refrigerator, and I see it all day, and I say it over and over again, because your mind doesn't know if you are, your mind, the universe, your body doesn't know the difference between what you tell it and what's actually happening. Of course, you have to do the work and allow it and everything, but that will create a positive way for you to start every day. And it really does change things. You will start noticing you don't feel so stressed, and you're happier, and bad news doesn't affect you as strongly. So those 3 things, 5 positive things. I'm brushing my teeth the whole time, and an I am statement. I am see yourself as you are the thing that you wish to be. Visualize a calm, safe space, whether it's nature, a light, sanctuary, wherever your mind can rest. I love the forest. I love the night sky. I can take myself through many years of practice now with mediumship and sitting in the power. I can take myself just about anywhere. And I think it's a really good idea to do that, because we exist where we tell our minds we exist, right? We don't have to exist in a chaotic life. We can visualize a peaceful life and create a peaceful space around us. There's a movie, what is it? A TV show or a movie where they show a man, I think it's a man, standing still, like on a busy New York street, and all the traffic zooming by, and everything's chaotic and chaotic and chaotic, and he's just standing still. And I can't think of where that's from. Might be a commercial. But he's standing there, and all the chaos is going around him, and he's just steady. And that's what you want to create, steadiness within you. And it is contagious. Other people around you will catch your peacefulness. I was having a conversation with someone the other day who was committed to an argument. Have you ever met those people? They're committed to an argument with you. And I've known this person a very long time. And I said, they were talking about being right or wrong or something in the argument. And I said, I don't care if I'm right or wrong. This is my opinion. And all I want is peace. If you feel like you need to be right in the situation, go for it. To me, I just want peace. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. This is my opinion. And opinions, usually there's no right or wrong, right? They're just opinions. And this is how I feel about it. It doesn't matter to me. Maybe you're right, but I want peace. I'm not going to argue over something that isn't maybe provable, or it's just 2 different people feel 2 different ways about something. And it really shifted the conversation immediately. And every conversation I've had with that person since then has been very different, because I let them know I want peace, not chaos. And this is, part, you guys are watching growth, right? I used to be a very argumentative, I'm always right type of person many years ago. And over the years, I've grown and changed. And you don't have to be right to be happy. I want to be happy, not right. I don't care about that anymore. But we can all grow. We can all grow. So let's redirect our attention from the headlines. We're going to go into the meditation in a moment, but when you are feeling chaotic, you want to take your mind away from the headlines and feel the chair you're sitting in. Feel the shoes on your feet if you're wearing shoes. If you're walking in the grass, feel the grass. If you're in the sun, feel the sun on your face. Notice what's happening in your body. And everybody right now, relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, and get in a relaxed state, because oftentimes we're so stressed that our shoulders are tight and our neck is tight. And you ever have like a sore neck and shoulders just from stress because you were stiff all day long? Sometimes this happens when you have to go to a family event or a work event and you're just like, you just really don't want to go and you're just all stiff all day. Or you're driving in a lot of traffic and you just get so stiff. Just right now, just relax your shoulders, maybe massage your shoulders a little bit, move your head, do a little head spin, jiggle around a little bit, jiggle, get a little loose. We hold a lot of tension in our bodies, a lot of tension. It can cause disease, stress and tension, and just negative attitudes can really manifest themselves in our body. So we want to redirect from the headlines, focus on your body and relaxing your body. One of my favorite things, expressing gratitude for simple things. When I was, I almost said when I was on Oprah. If anybody knows Oprah, I would love to talk to her. I watched her shows. I say this all the time. Oprah raised me, because my mom died in 1986 and Oprah's show came on in 1986. And I didn't even realize that till like a year ago. And if it wasn't for her and all of the positive things I learned through all of her shows, I don't know where I learned about Eckhart Tolle on her show, and he changed my life. So, and Dr. Shefali Sabari and like all these wonderful authors and thinkers. Deepak Chopra has been on there a million times. So I learned from Oprah and her conversation with Eckhart Tolle. Sometimes if you don't have anything to be grateful for, just be grateful for your breath. Just be grateful for your breath. Sometimes we're in such a state of misery in our minds for any number of reasons. Everybody's gone through it, that we just can't think of something to be grateful for. And so just be grateful for your breath. One breath in, one breath out. Be grateful for your body, whether it's completely functional, partially functional. I have some underlying diseases. I have some autoimmune diseases and deficiencies. And so my body doesn't function well a lot of times. I've got a problem with my right foot. I can't kick, it's not that I can't kick something. I can't kick the problem with my foot. That's just seemingly endless. It just won't go away. So every step is painful, so that doesn't help. But I am grateful for the parts of my body that do function. I'm grateful for the fact that I have enough strength and wherewithal to turn on my computer, use my computer and live stream. Let's see. Hi, Donna. Diane said, sorry, I forgot about the comments, you guys. I'm a little tired today. Diane said, my mom always said that if you don't have to always be right, even if you are. That is perfect. That is absolutely right. And that is something, if it's a fact-based argument, because I'm very scientific, as you guys know, if it's a fact-based argument, I used to argue to the end of the earth, man. I would argue and argue and argue. Look, this is the fact. This is the fact. It's right here. You can't deny it. But now I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to think, I can't. I said my piece. I showed you the evidence. Sometimes I don't even bother with that anymore. And all right, you believe what you want to believe. Doesn't matter to me. If you think the earth is flat, you're in a cult. I don't know what to tell you. Hi, Dina or Deanna. Is it Dina or Deanna? I think it's Dina. Vivian said, opera taught me English. Oh, Oprah. I think you meant Oprah. Wow. Oh, Vivian, that's beautiful. I love that. I love that. Diane said it's different. It's difficult to let it go when it's like watching a train wreck. It makes you wonder what absurdity will happen next. It absolutely does make you wonder. It makes you wonder what next. But when we, that's a great point. Like I said earlier, if we start vibrating at a level, a higher and higher level, and we are vibrating there most of the time, we're emotionally present, we're emotionally peaceful, we're emotionally happy and joyful. When we start to notice all the good we have, it brings us to this higher frequency. If we're grateful and full of love, it brings us to this higher frequency. When we are there, even the bad stuff we can bounce back from much easier. Much easier. There was something else that I wanted to. Oh, the other thing I want to say about being loving and grateful and peaceful. I will say this caveat to that. I will love everybody. I have a tickle in my throat. Excuse me. But I have empathy, but you won't cross my boundaries. This happens to me when I talk for a long time. Okay. Have empathy, but you won't cross my boundaries. For sure. Remind yourself that you don't have to hold the weight of the world. Peace begins with inside you. It's the whole point of everything I've said so far today. When we get to that baseline of peace, when we get to that baseline of joy and gratitude and love, that's when it becomes contagious, like a virus, because people around you will either want more of that and ask you how to get it, or they'll reject you. And I can tell you, I've lost a lot of people in my life and even in my family because of my resistance to boundary crossing and my commitment to empathy. I can't be in the drama. I can't be in the pain. I can't be in the hate. So, one moment. Okay, we're going to meditate in just a minute. Let's see what we've got going down here. Eva, I'm a Scorpio, have a stinger that I am not afraid to use. Exactly. Thanks, Dina. Hi, Morby. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I love it. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm a Sag Aries. Fire, fire, fire. It reminds me of Beavis and Butthead. Fire, fire, fire. So we're going to do a collective intention for calm and compassion. We're going to send peace to yourself, your community, and to the world. So we're going to do a short meditation. If you're driving, play this later. We're going to do a short meditation. Remember, have a commitment to empathy and a resistance to drama. Commitment to empathy, resistance to drama. All right. So wherever you are, if you're not driving, If you're secretly listening at work, that's okay. If you're at your desk, no one will know. Unless you're a teacher or a nurse, maybe pay attention and watch this at home. But let's start with feeling our body, wiggling around, releasing the tension in our neck, in our back. Jiggle your arms and your feet. Move your head. 3 deep breaths. At the end of the third breath, close your eyes or close your eyes anytime in between. We're going to take 3 deep breaths, and we are just going to set an intention for calm and compassion for yourself, your community, and the world. Okay? Breath number 1, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Hold for 2 seconds in between, 3 times. Ready? First breath. Hold. And out. Second breath. Hold. And out. Third breath. Hold. And out. Take your mind to the most peaceful place you've ever been or you can ever imagine. Continue breathing regularly. In this space, you're the safest, calmest, and most peaceful you've ever been. What does it feel like when you're there? How does it smell? What are you hearing? Take note of every detail. Now imagine 2 or 3 people you love the most. They are in their peaceful place in their mind. And it's woven together like a giant quilt. Their peaceful place is right next to yours. And the other friend and loved one is right next to theirs. It's a patchwork of peace. Now imagine your 2 or 3 loved ones and their 2 or 3 loved ones, each. Spreading peace to their lives and their loved ones. Continue breathing. This patchwork is becoming so big you can't even see the edge anymore. Everyone is finding their place of peace and steadiness. They're building communities of peace, harmony, love. And now your giant quilt of peace is connecting to other quilts of peace all across the world. We feel love. We feel gratitude. The world needs love and peace and gratitude. Continue breathing. Enjoy this place of peace. Set an intention that all of your loved ones will find their place of peace. And it will spread throughout the world. Calmness, gratitude, love, and peace. When you're ready, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, feel your body on your chair, and open your eyes when you're ready. Come back into your body. Continue breathing. Now, feel your body. Spread the peace. Excuse me. I know it may have been hard to hear me. My voice is a little, iffy today. I just want to thank everybody who joined today's meditation. I have a very busy schedule through the week. Oh, I will be live for Magical Mondays on Tuesday tomorrow night because I have an important meeting tonight that I can't miss. So Magical Mondays with myself and Lady Shadow will be Tuesday night. We will be live here together. We'll have a giveaway. We'll pull cards. We'll, continue with our weekly wonderful intentions. I hope that we can understand that we need to send out peace. We need to send out peace. I know we all have lives and we all have stuff going on, but we can take those small moments in our lives and hope to spread peace. Some people, I'll just tell a quick story. Oh, thank you, Eva. Oh, okay. You can watch the replay, honey. There's a lady there's an unhomed woman who lives in our neighborhood by our grocery store. And a couple of years ago, we've given her some necessities and supplies that she needs. A couple of years ago, when we first noticed her, she looked like a normal weight. She just looked like she had been through some stuff and became unhomed. Oh, thank you, Daniel. That is so sweet, honey. Oh, I appreciate that so much. So much. Um, and we've noticed in the past year, she's very scabby on her face. She has a lot of scabs, and everybody knows that's probably indicates she's using substances on the street that she shouldn't. She's always alone, and she's lost so much weight. She's so thin. And we saw her we went to Dollar Tree. We love to go to Dollar Tree. I got this cool little bone lamp right here, my little Halloween lamp. It's got a little Halloween candle. It's made of plastic bones. And she was in there, and they were helping her out, and they were trying to encourage her and just make her life a little bit better in that moment. And that's all we can do. That you can't really take a stranger who is doing stuff on the street they shouldn't into your home. Like, that's dangerous, because you don't know what's going to happen, especially if you have kids at home. But you can try to encourage them, try to love them. Now, they may not hear it, and that's okay, but we can all do the best we can under the circumstances. Not everybody is lucky enough to hit their rock bottom and go to rehab. Like, some people can't afford rehab. Some people just don't have any support. Some people have no one. And this lady doesn't seem like she has a single person helping her in her life, except for the people who notice her in the neighborhood. And luckily, she's not put in jail, because they do that here, in this state. They put people in jail who are unhoused, which makes no sense to me. But anyway, help where you can. Keep yourself safe. Spread the peace. Spread the love. Raise the vibration. I appreciate all of you. And thank you for the super sticker, Daniel. That really is meaningful. And I will be live with Lady Shadow tomorrow evening at some point between 8 and 8:30 Eastern, somewhere around there. And then Friday, I'll have my regularly scheduled public live in the evening between 7 and 7:30, and then my members only live stream after that, where I pull cards and all of that stuff and answer questions for members. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all the members. I hope you have a wonderful week. Members, spread peace, 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 and love. But don't let anybody cross your boundaries. Okay. Peace and love to all. Thank you guys for being here. Bye.